G'day guys, welcome back to SuperCoach with DR and welcome to the round 3 NBL SuperCoach review. Hope you're all going well. 395 for round score, nothing fantastic, but in saying that, did go up, losing my voice, almost 500 spots to be sitting inside the top 1500 now. So I suppose that's pretty good progress. My major trade, so the big move that I made just didn't pay off this week. One of the other moves did, so one good, one bad. And I completely forget what the other one was, but I know that I used a boost anyway. When I get to the side, I'm sure I remember. But yeah, look, overall, I'm going okay, but really the pack's getting away from me. So I do need to make some significant changes, I think, and really look ahead to the next sort of 3-4 weeks of the fixture. So really what I'll be doing in the video is quickly going through the side and then trying to work out what on earth I'm going to do in regards to my trades. Will I use another boost? Will I just go for the 2? As I said, now that Taron Armstrong's out, I've got literally no idea what I'm going to do with my trades. So let's see how the team's looking, and then hopefully you guys can help me. Know this is very late. You'll be out midnight on a Thursday night, just a day before all the action starts. But hopefully you guys can help me out a little bit with these trades here, because at the moment I've got absolutely no idea. Alrighty, so here we are. And look, the move that just simply didn't work out last week was bringing in Magne into the side and chucking the big C on him. And look, he may have had a bit of an excuse in that second game. Apparently he came in with a bit of illness, but it was so frustrating watching him just basically sit out the whole second half. So good that there was that overtime, because if not, he wouldn't have even got to that double-double, just sitting on, I think it was 9 points for so long. But yeah, super frustrating own this week. Do you hold? Do you sell? I was obviously planning on holding, and this was my big pod move over bringing in Harrell. And I just wish that I had have gone with the crowd and got Harrell in. Or did more people bring in Magne in the end? I'm not too sure, but obviously, Harrell on that double-double probably made more sense, but I had so much faith in this man, and he just let me down for the week. If I'd have had the captain on my other trade in, Kendrick Davis, then absolutely fantastic. And what a trade in it was, 86. For those that did captain him, congratulations. Would have, made a massive difference in your weekly score. So, didn't work out, but Davis certainly did. White, he's been working out for sure. So 75 on that double, and I tell you what, still making money. The issue is coming up to a couple of singles now. Do you hold? Probably it's the best move, I think, anyway. Aldridge, now, he's not really doing a heap for us at the moment. You can certainly hold him, but with his schedule coming up, he's certainly one that you can move on as well. Would have no problems doing that. Lepepe, love this guy. Like, he's just got an awesome haircut. Love everything about him. Absolute unit of a man. 23, so he's got the double this week. Really, really nice. Still making money, up to 117K already from a Benny Henschel price, who as well has gone up to 102K. Just keep him in our side. Sydney have a really, really nice run coming up. So for the near future, I just see him sitting on the bench. Low with a 35, so he's probably done his job, you'd think. Managed to, I think, basically break even this week, maybe one over his break even. So I'm happy with that. Just I was worried about losing money, so all good at the end of the day. Oliver, a little bit disappointing, but he's on the double this week. So you'd probably like to trade him with that potential break even, but you look at his potential in itself. Is that enough? I think the double just gets him over the line as a hold this week. The next week, who knows? He's then got the double the week after that as well. So a bit of a complicated one is Oliver, but I'll probably be holding for now. But yeah, disappointing last week. Davis, as I said, was absolutely amazing. Don't know if he'll get the same freedom this week, but hopefully he does, because he'll most likely be my captain, depending on what other moves I make. Illy, the first game was fantastic. And as soon as it was announced that Daly was going to miss the first game, just licking my lips with this pick, and I think it was like a 40 plus from memory. So fantastic first game from Millie, and then obviously with Daly back, that ceiling goes right down. But to get a 56, that was an absolute win with this pick for the week, because it was a bit of a nervous hold, to be quite honest, along with Low in some ways. Hickey 10, been a little bit disappointing, just not what we wanted. And Henschel with a 25. Remember, first game was a 27, so maybe we're not looking at those heights, but still making really good coin for us. They don't have a wonderful schedule for the next 3, but after that, lots of doubles. So probably another one that'll just sit on the bench for a long time for us. So that is a team. Now, what do we do this week? I've got a little bit of coin in the bank, so 114k in the bank. So I'm able to make hopefully a decent couple of moves at least here. So if you look at break even, so we've got Magne, who I brought in thinking this would just be a fantastic move, going to continue to make money, maybe even push that 400k mark in the form that he's in. And all of a sudden, he's got a break even of 41 on a single. I really want to hold him to get that advantage next week. That's what this play was all about, making that pod move, because I thought that it would be difficult to get in PJC, who was the number one priority by the absolute stretch. I thought it'd be hard to get someone like a Magnate in. Then again, I was expecting him to be priced a lot higher than what he is now and what he'll most likely be. So that's a complicated one. White seems like such an easy hold with a break even of 9. So he's averaging, mid-30s, I think it is. Just a money-making machine. You can probably just ride out this single, then ride out the next single because you've only got Tassie and New Zealand on it, and then he comes in for his 3 doubles. So actually got a decent fixture, does White. 11 for Ulbrich. So, yeah, again, not doing much. Absolute hold here. Low is another one with a break even of 15. I just think that's probably where he's going to average. So I think he's pretty much going to hover around that price low. Oliver, break even of 61. As I said, though, yeah, if he played for another team other than the Kings, I'd probably move him out, to be quite honest. But, yeah, just with the doubles coming up, and at least this week anyway, I'm going to hold. Hopefully it can go well. Davis, absolute hold. He'll be making money, you'd think. And then Illy, break even of 8, but Dully is back. I just think that really lowers his ceiling. And with some of the other, the other teams will have like a Jalen Adams on field here. I'll be losing so many points. I think having Shea Illy on a single, it's not like we've got someone with great quality here that we're relying on for our single. So that's a little bit of a concern for me. 5 for Hickey, yeah, so. And then is that 2 or -2 for Henschel? Doesn't matter too much. Definitely holding on to him. So there are so many options that I've got up my sleeve. It was going to be pretty simple for me, and that was to simply get Illy out. We'll go back to the prices now. So I was going to get Illy out, bring in Taron Armstrong, and then I'd have enough money to go your White, your Magnate, wherever I want back here, add the 2 big boys, 2 Cooks. Maybe even Oliver. No, I wouldn't have had enough money. Yes. Or I would even have enough money to do that with Oliver as well, even though he's on the double. So that was going to be my original move. But look, with Armstrong out, it makes things really difficult. And I honestly don't know where I'm going, as I said. So who are the blokes that we want out? It's probably Object if you can. Illy is the one. Illy is definitely the one who I think I need out. Now, I haven't got enough money for Adams at the moment. The issue I've got with Adams is the fact that his break even is pretty decent. It's 83. We did see what he did in round 1 with that 54. Round 2, first game, round 2, a 51. Absolutely insane. Then the 24, then the 26. Remember, didn't get much court time there because obviously it was a bit of a blowout. So he's one that you'd love in your side because Sydney obviously have a really nice fixture. They've got the double, single, double, double. And just locking him in there for the next month would be absolutely fantastic, but just don't have the cash for it. You could go on Milton Doyle from Tassie. So obviously got the single this week. Then you get the massive advantage next week by getting him in. So he's definitely someone that you could take a look at. Callan Cotton, no, just not with the schedule here. Rob Edwards is the other guy that you could look at here. So obviously with Taron Armstrong out, does he actually benefit? Arguments maybe for and against in regards to playing his natural role, but he's playing the double. This pretty much makes sense, I think. I'm not going to sit here and say he's going to make a heap of coin this week. Illy may actually make more money than him, but I just think having that double and having him on field, yeah, it could be a decent move for me. So that could be one move I could make there. And then with the remaining coin there, I could get Ulrich out and actually bring in this man in Kyron Galloway, 29k in the bank. So basically getting Illy out as a single Melbourne, getting Edwards in as that double, then you have a single, then a double again, so you can actually hold Edwards if I really want to there. And then, Lockie's not doing much for us. I think Galloway, with his break even, I think it's 14. He can absolutely do that. So 53 over the double last week. Yeah, break even's 14. If you look at what he's done so far, 9, nothing to write home about there, but 25, 17, 36. Let's just even go this 17. So if he gets a couple of 17s, that's 34. He's making 20k just there. I think 17 is going to be way unders for him. I think he can hit another 50, at least 25 a game here with the outs that they've got. So I don't mind Galloway at all. On field, we've sort of got Magnay still for next week. White we're keeping with his nice break even there. So I could go the little combo there of Galloway and Edwards. All right, Illy, as I said, I'm definitely getting rid of. So Illy's got to go. So what can we do to actually get one of these big dogs in? So if I was to just say get rid of an Ulrich, so the man I'd love to get in is obviously Xavier Cooks. So that would be ideal. I've got 103,800 in the bank. This is then my issue. So what on earth am I going to do with this guard spot? I just can't do it because I'm too stacked down back. It's just too complicated down here. So having Magnay there, White, Cooks, even if I brought Magnay there for low for, don't want to get robbed low yet. Even if I swap them around, for example, it's just too back heavy here at the moment. So I think in order to get a Cooks in, you'd have to be getting rid of your Magnay or your White. So that makes it tough. You could simply look to get someone like, as I mentioned, your Adams in. The issue there is that I don't love his break even. The forward I can bring in, who's that cheap guy? There's a cheap bloke from Sydney. I forget, but he's got a break even at 4. Not sure if he's going to play on. Is it Davis? Maybe from memory, I'm not too sure. But yeah, that's my issue there. I'm really not too sure. I could go a Gak down here as well. I could go a Deng from Tasmania down in the forward line. But yeah, the one I'm a real fan of down here in my forward line is Galloway. It's just so tough because I don't really see a reliable guard that I could have down here instead of Adams. I'm just not too sure at the moment. So look, what would I do if I used a boost? You could say your Hickey, your Low. I don't know if it's going to give me enough money for really what I want to do. What I want to be doing at this stage is targeting some Sydney players because I like their fixture the most coming up in the next month. As I said, double, single, double, double. How good would it be, for example, if you could get your Adams and your Cooks in for 3 doubles out of the next 4 weeks? Like, what a combo that would be. You could argue if they're really smashing it, then they could get sat down, particularly in the second half, maybe. Seems like Cooks, though, is getting minutes anyway. That's ideally what you'd really like to do, isn't it? I'd love to keep Magnay, but is there a world where you could get rid of your Magnay and your White? Possibly. But it's this spot here. It's this spot here. I almost feel like I need to get Adams in. But I just don't like his break even. White's got a couple of singles coming up. He's making money. So if I was to trade Jack White out, I'd need to bring someone in that's making money. So, well, that guy could be Galloway, couldn't it? I don't want to trade out Jack White. Let's just have a play. Because I think Galloway is a really good play this week. Just got cash to make. And then 485, so I'll do that. I'll do that comfortably with Adams. So could be losing money. Definitely should make money. Definitely should make money, you'd think. Yeah, just don't know with Illy. Just I want him. I can't have him on field, and I can't have Hickey either or Henschel on field. All right, so that would leave me with 77K. I don't like the thought of Jack White out. I could go Magnay out instead of White and do that. Do you know what? I would actually have enough money if I went with this boost. How silly would this be? I could actually get Cooks in. So that's that combo I was talking about before. Imagine if you could get Adams and Cooks in for 3 out of the next 4 doubles. Illy and White, they don't have doubles for the next 2 weeks. White, you hate to trade out. It's probably a silly move to do it. Is it getting a little bit greedy? Just save the boost. Don't worry about Cooks. It's just that Adams, I don't love the thought of. I couldn't afford to go Cooks. Just say it's Adams. Rob Edwards, 121. Yeah, so I couldn't really trade anyone else out unless it was Oliver over White. Look, 16 last week. It sounds silly to trade out Oliver on a double, doesn't it? But 16 last week, White pretty much did that. Well, if he repeats that on a double 16-16, then White will probably do that in a game. Then they'll both have the single the week after. So I could do it with Oliver instead of White, just get Ulbrich up here. Not going to be nice here on the double this week. All right, so what I will do that for now. So let's just say I was to do Magnay and Illy. And again, Magnay, look, the break-even's 41. You can certainly do it. Don't get me wrong. Could certainly do it. Who knows? But I'm just thinking there's probably more of a chance he's going to lose a little bit of coin this week. So we're left with 200K to use with this boost. So he'd be the captain there. So let's just say I go Ulbrich, Oliver. I could actually trade Oliver to Cooks. Do I really trust this guy? So he's got a break-even of 61. And we've seen a 31, 31, 26, 16. So best case scenario we're looking at, if you go season high, a couple of 31s is 62. And his break even 61. So we're looking at 2 season highs to get a 60 and for him to keep price. Do we play the money game here? Look, he could do it. He could. I don't think he's going to make coin. I can't see him making coin, but I could see him losing minimal coin if things go okay. Jack White is certainly going to make money. I've got no doubt about that. Yeah, maybe it's it depends. Do you excuse me, absolutely losing my voice. Do you play the potential points game here or the money game? Let's just say that it is Oliver. It's probably crazy using a boost to boost out a double game player, isn't it? For your Cooks. Edwards. Could I do it with... Could I do it with Low? No, I can't. I've got no one to... Oh, yeah. Oh, see, nah, Low, I can't. I can't with Cooks. 406. So that wouldn't work. All right, let's just say that I want to play the points game. It would probably be Jack White if I'm playing the points game for Cooks. Actually, if I'm playing the points game, it's Jalen Adams. Jeez, that's 8K, the skin of my teeth. It's all about PJC next week. I'm letting go of Magnate and Jack White here. It's probably not a good move, but geez, it gives me it gives me 4 Sydney players. So it means that this week I'd have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on fields on the double and 1 on the single here. Sorry, another 1 on the double on the bench with Lepepe. I'm not really moving on the Deadwood type picks, so am I? Your Lows, your Aldridge, your Hickey. I suppose I was at round 6. These guys do have a double. You probably want to move them on before then, don't you? But I really like the look of particularly Cooks and Adams in the side now for the next month, along with Oliver. Galloway has a double, single, double. So he's an easy hold for the next 3. So hold for the next 4, hold for the next 3, potentially next 4 if you just want to ride it out. Next 4, he'll go. So this is PJC, hopefully. Stay for the short term. If I'm riding out low this week, do I then just keep him for another week and then go for his 3 doubles? I'm actually pretty well set up if I actually do that. Aldrich again has that round 6. Do you maybe keep him there and then flip? Hickey the same. Henshaw you probably just keep for the next 3 singles and then he's got that ride of doubles. It's all about making sure I can get PJC next week. Do you know what I might even do? And this would guarantee being able to do this, is that I could potentially trade out Oliver for Menenga and then Davis up to PJC. That's certainly an option. I know it sounds silly because Oliver will then have the 2 doubles straight after that, but is he the man that we were thinking? Is it that I was selecting in my starting team? Probably not by the looks of it. So who knows? He could come back. Got a lot of confidence, this man. Fair bit of swagger. But I'm absolutely rambling, aren't I? But I literally had no idea going into this video what the trades are going to be. And this could be far from what you see at the moment as well. Probably plenty of players I haven't talked about as well. Adnams, another one, a really cheap one if you just want to potentially focus on some coin. But yeah, maybe next week, because only having was at 8K. Sorry, 8K left. Yeah, geez, in the bank. I'm using a boost as well, which isn't fantastic, but I'd 100% have the money. Potentially, even if Galloway really pops off and I wanted to keep Oliver, I'm not too sure. You could maybe get away with going Menanga, depending on how much money Davis makes. So maybe Menanga for Galloway, Davis up to PJC potentially, but I'd be guaranteed to be able to get a Menanga here and then PJC. Yeah, is he field worthy though? Do I want to be fielding low or Aldridge here? Maybe the centre position is a bit of a problem. And that brings you back to why I really liked Will Magnay. He was meant to be that man for the next sort of 3, 4, 5 weeks, whatever it is. So, look, I'm absolutely rambling. So I'm going to leave it there for now, guys. But look, it looks pretty juicy at the moment. I do really need to make up some ground, and I think I need to do it now. It'll get away from me way too quick. Don't think I've got a chance to win the game, but I'd love to just get as close as I can to a nice rank. Let's just say top 500 in the short term, and this may help me. Look, who knows? Getting rid of Magnay loses that advantage next week, but I will be able to bring in a couple of blokes from New Zealand, and then the week after that, I'm pretty sure that basically all of my players will be on doubles. And again, I've got some potential moves up my sleeve. So that is going to be it, guys. So Cooks, Galloway, Oliver, Adams, and Davis all on field, all with doubles this week. Low, going to hold for now and may even just hold again next week. Have those 3 doubles just on the bench, potentially on field, depending on what happens with my centre position. Lepepe, people are bringing him in, so you're crazy to get him out. 3 doubles in the next 4. Oliver is the man. I think he may be absolutely tradable, depending on how he goes this week. Aldridge, absolutely tradable as well, just at 155, it's an awkward price. You really need someone putting their hand up, saying, pick me, we can make some coin off this. Adams, look, going off his first 2 weeks, if he repeats that, then he actually makes around 20K. But if he does what he's done the last couple, this could be risky, could be losing 25K. So we'll see what happens there. And then Davis, absolute moneymaker this week, but then he will go next week for PJC. Hickey, yeah, meh, see what happens there. And then Henschel, just going to keep for now, I think, anyway. So that is it. And captains, oh, look, I think it's really hard to go past Cooks, isn't it? With the form he's been in, look, you're worried about a potential blowout here, but look, with what he did, 48 on a single last week, it is really hard to deny. I know Davis maybe as well, but what's the 439 for a projected score? Not too bad. So I think that's probably how I'll run. And yeah, there's no doubt that any of these other blokes I'd play instead. Lepepe, would you play over Galloway? Probably not for me. It's all about the captain. Some may say Adams is a safer pick than your Cooks. Others may hold faith with Davis if you did well for your last week as your captain, or if you missed out, bit of FOMO, go with him. But I think either way you look at it, I've got 3 pretty big players this week. A guy that with certain outs in the side could step up, should definitely make some decent coin for us on the double. And then Oliver's the wild card. He's a real wild card here. So that is it for now, guys. Hope that you're well. As I said, don't take advice from me with what I do here. This may be completely different come, 5 o'clock tomorrow night, whatever it is. But that is it for now. As I said, don't take advice from me because I really don't know what I'm doing with this game. I'm still learning, 2nd year in it. Make sure that you listen to Verns and those lads. Oh, and a big shout out to my man Steve from SDS SuperCoach. Killing it this year, currently 3rd overall. So, mate, I'm rooting for you to take out the big one. Keep on going, brother. Awesome work from you, mate. So, on that positive note, I'll let you go, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye.